When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
My father was my mentor from childhood. He was a contestant in the 1996 edition. And so he used to make me watch the quiz. That time I think it was 3 contestants per school. And then one day I watched one contest, it was Prempeh versus St. Louis. And we were beaten, so I think it was quite a pain to me. So I wanted to do it for the school and win. So it was my idea and then my dream to enter into Prempeh College and win the quiz.
Undoubtedly, the National Science and Math Quiz has done a lot for the student body in Ghana. Over 500 schools from all over the country are represented by 3 students each at the regional and national levels of the competition. The competition compels students to widen their scope of study beyond the syllabus. The teachers go to all lengths to find the appropriate materials for the students to solve some sample past questions. For the teachers, whether their schools get to the finals or not is not the only aim. A good performance by the students who make up the team in the West Africa Senior Secondary Certificate Examinations is an added incentive for the toil. Exactly what does this program mean to the individual student?
It helped me to work under pressure, looking at what you are supposed to do within a very short period of time.
It's helped me believe that yes, there was something more than just studying and passing exams.
I had this confidence in me, and this separated me from other normal students.
Learning to understand people, learning to be resilient. These all came with the quiz, and they've stayed with me till now.
I really got in touch with some special people with some great minds, because the quiz is there for great minds when it comes to science.
A platform for you to study much harder, represent your school.
You wanted to have the bragging rights, you wanted to make your parents proud, you want them to see you on TV, so you really work hard, and it also brings some healthy competition among the students.
Who are learning a lot from me, what I did on campus, and I think it's a plus for me.
What we do on stage is a reflection of what happens behind closed doors, because there's a lot of inputs that goes into what we do on stage. So the 2 people represent the knowledge that about 7 or 8 or even 10 people have.
It does not matter which part of the country their school is located. Preparation is the common denominator for all. The numerator, or the how factor, remains for the individual students to determine and carry out even before the team is affected. One can never know the real effort unless the contestant students tell it themselves.
In Prempeh College, the quiz is given a lot of priority actually, because when you come to Form 1, you are picked up, they groom all of you, and then those who would prove by the end of their 3rd year, they will be selected to represent the school.
During our preparation, it was actually only one teacher who was really interested in this whole thing. He wasn't really a chemistry and biology type, so we had to invite some of our past contestants to help us. We had a lot of trial contests with other schools. We had a lot of internal contests. That was one-on-one amongst the contestants.
You would have to study what you are required to know, not just because you have to write exams on it, but because you would be required to produce a deeper understanding of it. So our teammates, who were very, very supportive, I must confess, would go the extra mile to look for things probably they didn't even know from foreign textbooks, from online sources, from even the books that we use, to just make sure that we were very well equipped for it. The teachers were also very supportive. They would come in anytime we needed anything at all.
We are given extra tuition sometimes with things above the syllabus. We sometimes close late at night. We do trial contests among ourselves, do trial contests with other schools.
We always had to come to school. We set up latest by 6 a.m. Then we spend our session with our trainer. Then after that, we join the normal class session. Then we close at 4. After 4, we spend at least an hour and 30 minutes with him again before we go home. After writing our WASI paper, we spent 1 month lodging in the school. And during this 1 month stay, we spent each day at least 20 hours of the day with him. we studied amongst ourselves. Then he taught us a little bit of what we have to know.
After prep ends, that's at 9 o'clock, they are required to stay for an hour and a half to prepare for regionals. Most of their work was done by us, as in the quiz team. We were 16 in number. We had those who were just contestants. We called them subject heads. They were in charge of teaching us the various subjects. As a Form 3 first time, we hadn't covered much of the syllabus, so it was the responsibility of the subject heads to at least finish something and come and teach us. If you had squad umbrella girls in your class, if there's a free period in your class, they are in charge of making sure that you don't sleep when the others are sleeping. You still have to push.
In the past, the contestants just made it to the first round of the competition. So we realized that maybe one of the ways to do that will be to have a science club. And the goal of the science club was to meet. We have trial quizzes to sort of sharpen our skills and then practice some shortcuts. We're also fortunate because some of our teachers also bought into that idea. They were mentors of the club.
So our preparation starts from the onset, from Form 1. But then more focus will not be put on you because there would be other badges we prepare to do the main competition. But you'll be taking on trial trips with your seniors to monitor how they answer questions, and you'll be trained alongside them. So in the end, by the time you reach Form 3, you'll be well equipped. And our training, we do it dawn, afternoon, evening, every time, in fact every time, because as a student you have the zeal and you want to prove to everyone that you are the best and you deserve to be chosen.
We started preparing during Form 2, so we were just going through past questions, learning on our own. But towards regional, of course, the preparation intensified. But it was mostly us learning on our own, combined with our teachers having classes with us. And then towards the national, it was really mostly just us learning. I remember I even got addicted to Rush energy drink because I was trying to stay up at night.
I worked hard for it. I would pray at dawn because I got to know that even in Pempe College, they were very good students. So you coming on top to represent the whole school, about 3,000, to be chosen as one of the best students, to represent the school on such a large scale, it means that there must be something extraordinary about you.
It was mostly specialization, of course. I was doing math and physics. My partner was doing biology and chemistry. Then we're just working, like the faster one will work on speed, the person who memorizes works on memory and things like that.
When school was out of session, we had to go to school, and one of the mentors, Pearson Ahiawano, who was coaching us, will let us watch the past quiz competition, and then he paused the video for us to solve within the allocated time so that we work on our speed. And he was also very generous. The wife will cook for us, you know, and we always wanted to be there.
For the viewer, once the competition is over and the school has been crowned national champions, it's all over. But is that really the case? What then are some of the lasting benefits of the NSMQ?
Winning the quiz generally is a very good feeling, and it will give you a lot of morale to enter every situation with confidence and face problems that you didn't even expect to be able to conquer.
You need to work on your speed in the competition, and this translates when you take in standardized exams. You have to learn the necessary tricks. I've also made very good friends on the National Science and Maths quiz. So not only am I friends with my co-contestant from Adisado, but I have friends from Presec, Edem Jakbasu, who also lives in the States now, comes to Charleston regularly, and we have lunch together. It's been very, very beneficial. And let me also say this. I also met my wife through the National Science and Maths quiz program, and now we've been blessed with 2 boys.
Winning the competition made me meet a lot of personalities. Even I had the opportunity to meet the first gentleman of the nation. It was so amazing. Dining with Dr. Kavnado it was so fantastic. I learned a whole lot for myself, and that's one thing I'll say. I've really benefited because the things I learned are the things that will propel me forward.
My school won the most outstanding team, and I won the national best female contestant for the 2017 National Science and Maths Quiz. At least when you go for a National Science and Maths Quiz, there are over 135 schools. But for Zuera Baba Mohammed to come out as the national best female contestant, it meant that my hard work was paying off.
Some qualities I believe have been boosted, like my confidence level, especially coming back from behind in a contest. I believe I'm a better person than I was before.
This time, I expect one of the smaller schools to get to the finals and then take the trophy.
Most of the students in the country want to do science just because of science and maths quiz. And I think it's a plus for the competition. Happy anniversary.
Watch out for NSMQ 2018. It's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting. To the team from Infantipim for the year 2018, the ball is in your court. Just make history and make yourselves proud. I trust you guys.
Remember to pray hard, to work hard, and play hard. And you will either be the best or with the best. World Primus, welcome Primus. Up Santa Claus.
So put God first, study hard, don't stress out yourself, do things at your own pace, and make sure you are there to complete the questions.
Congratulations to NSMQ on being 25 years.
Once again, we are the only college in Ghana, and I'm proud to say I'm an Amanfo.
Through which 108 schools are selected. The National Science and Maths Quiz is the longest running independent production on television. It's the one program that brings education authorities, teachers, allied staff, students, old students associations, and parents together in support of science education at the senior high school rank of the education ladder. The objectives of the National Science and Maths Quiz are to promote the study of the sciences and mathematics, to help senior high school students develop quick thinking skills and a probing and scientific mind about things around them, to promote healthy academic rivalry between senior high schools, to a lesser degree, keep old students still interested in their schools and encourage them to offer help to their alma mater, to inculcate a degree of science culture in the Ghanaian society for all to see science as a way of life. Let's take a walk down memory lane and see how far we have come in 25 years. The idea was not proposed at a national science fair or conference, but rather on the tennis court of the University of Ghana, Legon, where Mr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, then managing director of Primetime, was at the court to play the game after his own heart with his playmate, the late Professor Ebenezer Kweku Awotwe, Professor of Animal Science. Mr. Mensah Bonsu was curious as to why birds could stand on a live electric wire without getting electrocuted, but human beings could not do so. From Professor Kweku Awotwe's explanation, Mr. Mensah Bonsu got the idea of a quiz program focused on scientific explanations behind everyday phenomena, in addition to the topics from the regular science curriculum for senior high schools. Thus, it all began 25 years ago, in April 1993. Since then, the National Science and Maths Quiz NSMQ has seen 22 exciting editions.
Selecting the quiz mistress and the gender was entirely my decision. So one Saturday evening after tennis, we were sitting in Commonwealth Hall senior common room, and then Marianne was there. So I just said, he said, you talk to Marianne. Have you spoken with her? I said, no, I'm going to talk to her. So I talked to Marianne. Then Dr. Marianne Addy, later Professor Marianne Addy. I told her about the program, and that I needed a quiz mistress. I wanted a quiz mistress. And she said, but why me? I said, you, because you are a female scientist with a PhD. Can you imagine the impact that this would have on the children, especially the girls? That I want you to be the quiz mistress, whether you like it or not. In fact, I've selected you as the quiz mistress. And she had a good laugh. I said, okay, I'll do it. And then when Marianne was leaving the program after 7 years, and this time she recommended Eureka MFA at Dumako. And the first time I met her, I said, well, of course, if you're called Eureka, that's a name that came out of mathematics. So then you are a quiz mistress. I met Dr. Kaufman at a program, and she and Professor Alote came to my office to talk to me about some mathematics competition or science, international science competition. And I went and talked to Dr. Aotri. I've met her only once, but I think from the way she spoke and the way she carried herself. And Aotri said, well, strangely, that's the person I was also thinking about. So I said, well, your job is cut out for you now. Our 3 quiz mistresses have all been great, I must say.
There would have been no excitement without very interesting and well-crafted questions. The nature of the competition requires that questions be of equal strength and difficulty at each stage of the competition. A team of consultants were selected to work on the questions. This is how the team was put together.
Then I got my friend Dr. Adanu.
Welcome to the 2018 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. This is the 19th 1A stage contest, which features TAMALE Senior High School, ACHIMOTA School, and APAM Senior High School. Let's meet the contestants. APAM Senior High School. APAM Senior High School is represented by
HNGC Principal final year.
JC Godfred, final year.
You are welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you doing?
You are fine by God's grace.
You are fine?
Yes, please.
Gauge your level of excitement. How high is it?
It's normal.
Normal?
Yes, please.
Oh. All right, you are coming to us from the prelims, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, what happened there?
At the prelims, we happened to meet some other schools, and by God's grace, we saw through.
All right. Okay, we don't need to remember their names. Irrelevant. All right. So, when you're not doing science and math, what do you do?
I happen to do some small raps.
Raps? And you?
And I like watching movies.
Watching movies?
Yeah.
Okay. Please, Principal, are we going to get some raps from you?
Hopefully, after the contest.
After the contest. I remember. Talking about the contest, what are we to expect?
We'll do our best and God will do the rest. And the assurance is that at the end of it all, history will work out today.
All right. Best wishes to you.
Thank you, madam.
ACHIMOTA School. ACHIMOTA School is represented by
Sylvia Sakiteni, final year.
Asuma Daivo Jeremiah, final year.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Yeah, we are good.
You're good?
Yes.
See, I'm asking about levels of excitement. Are you in the excited state or the ground state?
No.
In the excited state.
In the excited state. Okay, wonderful. You are also coming from the prelims.
Yes. Yes, please.
What happened?
We met St. Louis and Atibubu, and by God's grace, we won. That was what qualified us to this stage.
Okay. All right. Before we come back to the contest, when you're not doing science and math, what do you do? What are your talents?
I like sports a lot, so I play hockey and then volleyball.
All right.
I also do sports and I play table tennis.
Table tennis?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I hope I get to see you sometime.
Sure.
Uh-huh. All right. Now back to the contest. Prophet Jeremiah, what have you seen for today's contest?
I see victory. Nothing but victory.
Victory?
Yes.
Best wishes to you. TAMALE Senior High School. TAMALE Senior High School is represented by
Lawal Sanusi, second year. Mohamed Yunus United, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
We are doing great.
You're doing well. I see that you have your game faces on already. How excited are you?
Very excited.
Very excited. Okay, wonderful. And you are a Cedar School. In fact, I remember you, Jonas, from last year. What have you been doing since then?
Well, we've just been preparing to come back this year.
All right. Okay. Well, I know you are busy, and I know you are really determined to get into the contest, but I have to ask, when you are not doing the science and math, what do you do?
I enjoy watching football.
Football. And you, Lawal?
The same.
The same. So, are you following the World Cup? Who are you tipping to win?
Senegal.
Senegal. Oh, wow. All right. You agree with him?
No.
No.
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Hey! All right. Coming back to the contest, what shall we expect from you today?
Well, we are going to do our best, and you expect nothing but a win from us.
All right. Best wishes to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've met the contestants. Very interesting indeed. Everyone is here to win. Let's see what happens. Before I sit down, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loan, RMG Ghana, and SciTech Fair 20, sponsored by Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. My name is Elsie Ifakofman. I'm your quiz mistress. Thank you. Contestants, the contest, as always, comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If it's right, a bonus point. If it's incorrect, it fetches a penalty point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set, it will take about 30 seconds of your time. And I'm starting with you, Tamale. Your question. An object rotates from rest with a constant angular acceleration of 0.20 radians per second squared. Find the angular displacement of the object after 20 seconds of rotation. Yunus.
40 radians.
You're right. ACHIMOTA School. Find the angular displacement after 5.00 seconds of an object with an initial angular velocity of 4.00 radians per second, which rotates with a constant angular acceleration of 0.200 radians per second squared. Jeremiah?
22.5 radian.
You're right. Not available. APAM. An object with an initial angular velocity of 2.00 radians per second rotates with a constant angular acceleration of 5.00 radian per second squared. Find the angular displacement of the object when its angular velocity is 4.00 radians per second. Yes, Prince Pat.
1.2 radians.
That's incorrect. Which of you, please? Jeremiah.
1.20 radian.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 1.20 radian per second. Next set, 30 seconds. Give the systematic name of a hydrocarbon of 6 carbons in a straight chain with chlorine as a substituent on the 3rd carbon from one end and bromine on the 3rd carbon from the other end. Eunice.
We have 3 bromo, 4 chlorohexane.
Yes. Give the systematic name of the salt with the formula Fe2SO4 subscript 3. Yes, Sylvia.
Iron 3, tetraoxosulfate 6.
Yes. APAM. Give the systematic name of a saturated organic compound whose 6 carbons are in a ring with the NH2 and Cl as substituents 2 carbons apart. Godfred.
4 chloro, 1 amino cyclohexane.
That's incorrect. Yes, Eunice.
4 amino, 1 chlorocyclohexane.
No. The right answer is 4-chlorocyclohexylamine or 1 amino 4-chlorocyclohexane. Next set, 30 seconds. Your major question, Tamale. Given that an angle A is acute and cosine of A is equal to 12/13, Find the exact value of cosine of 2a. Jonas.
119 over 169.
Yes. Given that an angle A is acute and tangent of A is equal to 3 over 4, find the exact value of tangent of 2A. Yes, Jeremiah?
24 and 7.
Yes. APAM. Given that an angle A is acute and sine of A is equal to 3 over 5, find the exact value of sine of 2A. Godfred.
24 over 25.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds, but it's a single question to all 3 schools. When I get to your school, please give me a right answer so that I can move on for the next different right answer. No bonus. All right, so this is the question. Lamarckism is the first theory of evolution which was proposed by Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. Lamarckism includes 4 main factors. Please name one, only one each. So first choice, Tamale. Yes, Jonas.
At each point in time, some body parts are of best use, whilst others are not of use. Hence, there's a use and disuse of body parts.
Yes. ACHIMOTA. Yes, Jeremiah.
There is inheritance of acquired characteristics.
Yes. APAM. Principal.
The parts that are most used are the ones that are developed the most, or they are the ones that are best adapted for the environment.
I'm not accepting that. Because that's what we got from Tamale in different words. Okay, so the other 2 are internal vital force. All the living things and their component parts are continually increased due to internal vital force. And then the other one is effect of environment and new needs. A change in environment brings about changes in organisms. It gives rise to new needs, and new needs or desires produce new structures and change habits of the organisms. Those are the other 2. All right, next set, 30 seconds. Tamale. Determine the magnitude of the magnetic flux density 20 centimeters from a long straight conductor carrying a current of 5 amperes. Yes, Lawal.
5 times 10 exponent minus 11 Tesla.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you, please? Yes, Jeremiah?
5 times 10 to the power negative 6 Tesla.
You're right. Your major question. Determine the magnitude of the magnetic flux density 3.0 meters from a long straight conductor carrying a current of 15 amperes. Yes, Jeremiah.
1.0 times 10 to the power negative 6 Tesla.
You're right. APAM. Determine the magnitude of the magnetic flux density 40 centimeters from a long straight conductor carrying a current of 20 amperes. Yes, Godfred.
1.0 times 10 exponent negative 5 Tesla.
All right. Preamble to all schools. 250 centimeter cubed of 0.200 mole per decimeter cubed NaCl solution are mixed with 150 centimeter cubed of 0.150 mole per decimeter cubed of MgCl2 solution. That's the preamble. Please, did you get your preamble? Again. 250 centimeter cubed of 0.200 mole per decimeter cubed NaCl solution are mixed with 150 centimeter cubed of 0.150 mole per decimeter cubed of MgCl2 solution. Now your questions. Tamale, calculate the total millimole of chloride ions in the combined solution.
You can take it.
Eunice.
72.5 millimoles.
That's incorrect. Who rang? Okay, go ahead.
5 millimoles.
Yes, it's 95 millimoles. But I'm giving you a warning. When I'm trying to hear an answer, when someone is trying to answer and you ring to disturb, penalty. ACHIMOTA School. Calculate the concentration of Na plus ions in mole per decimeter cubed in the combined solution and give your answer to 3 places of decimal. Yes, Jeremiah?
0.125 mole per decimeter cube.
You are right. With the same preamble, your major question, APAM. Calculate the concentration of chloride ions in mole per decimeter cubed in the combined solution and give your answer to 3 places of decimal. Godfred.
0.238 mole per dm cube.
You're right. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. A stone is projected vertically upwards with initial speed 98 meters per second. Take g, which is the acceleration due to gravity, to be 9.8 meters per second squared, and find, did you get the preamble? No answer means yes. All right. So, Tamale, time taken to reach the highest point. Eunice?
10 seconds.
You're right. ACHIMOTA, first time when the speed is halved. Yes, Jeremiah?
12.5 seconds.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. Did they make it? No, too late. The right answer is 5 seconds. APAM, with the same preamble. First time when the speed is 24.5 meters per second. Prince Pat.
8.0 seconds.
That's incorrect. Go ahead. Yes, Jeremiah.
2.5 seconds.
That's incorrect. And I'm warning you on top of it. The right answer is 7.5 seconds. Last set of questions for the round, 10 seconds each. Growth rings in stems and roots are formed due to the activity of which particular tissue? Eunice?
The vascular cambium. Vascular cambium.
That's incorrect. For a bonus, is the fascicular cambium. ACHIMOTA School. What name is given to the loosely arranged areas of the periderm? Yes, Jeremiah?
The back.
That's incorrect. Godfred?
Lenticel.
You're right. Your major question, last question. What is the function of hairs on leaves? Godfred?
It is responsible to reduce water loss from the leaf and also decrease evaporation of water. So it's specifically to conserve water.
2. The specific thing is to reduce transpiration. Of course, it's water loss, but transpiration. That's the end of the first round.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Goal is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goal.
Ashene Pankasa. Goal, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
I have an announcement to make. For the very first set of questions, the question that went to APAM, the answer was supposed to be, they were to find the angular displacement. They gave an answer of 1.2 radians. The right answer actually is 1.20 radians. I didn't give them the credit, and then I went on and gave a bonus. Which of you answered that bonus? It was you, and you gave 1.20 radians. Okay. I hope you understand why the right answer is 1.20 radians, not 1.2 radians. Apam, do you understand why? Do you understand why? Yes or no? You don't understand. Because the question itself gave you values which intentionally were given to 3 significant figures. The velocity was 2.00 radians per second. The angular acceleration was 5.00 radians per second squared. So the answer was expected to also have 3 significant figures. For that reason, I'm going to discount the bonus. I'm going to give you partial credit. I'm giving you 2 out of 3. Okay. So the right answer, the answer I gave was incorrect. The right answer is 1.20 radians. That's the right answer. Now, we've been having issues with significant figures throughout the 1A stage. The issue of significant figures, decimal places, errors, uncertainties, these are things that are taught in first year physics. First year physics. Yes. And you are supposed to carry that knowledge throughout. I'm still being gentle. I give warnings. I give partial credit. From quarterfinals onwards, no forgiveness. So be on alert, physics teachers. Okay? So 2 out of 3 to APAM. At the end of the first round, TAMALE Senior High School has 14 points. APAM Senior High School has 15 points. ACHIMOTA School has 18 points. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. We have a long way to go, 4 more rounds. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools at the same time. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, APAM? Thank you. ACHIMOTA. Thank you. TAMALE. Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. Be careful though, because if you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, 30 seconds each. First one. A rectangular coil of length 20 centimeters and width 10 centimeters rotates at 50 revolutions per minute about an axis parallel to the long side in a uniform 0.5 Tesla magnetic field parallel to the long side of the coil. Find the EMF induced in the coil. Too late. The right answer is 0. Next one. Find the current in a 5.0 meter long wire of brass of cross-sectional area 0.10 millimeter squared when a potential difference of 12 volts is applied across its ends. The resistivity of brass is 8.0 times 10 raised to the power negative 8 ohm meter. Yes, Eunice.
3.0 amperes.
Yes. Next one. The average frequency of 3 notes is 510 hertz. 2 pairs of the notes give a beat frequency of 2 hertz, whereas a third pair gives 4 hertz. Determine the frequencies of the notes. The right answer, 508 hertz, 510 hertz, and 512 hertz. Next set, 30 seconds each. Calculate the pH of 0.100 mole per decimeter cube solution of the weak acid H3X, whose 3 pKa's are 2.30, 7.20, and 12.40. Please state any assumptions made in your calculation. The pH is 1.65, and the assumption is that only the first pKa applies. The second and third dissociations will contribute negligible quantities of H+. All right, next one, 30 seconds. A manganese ore is only 0.2% rich in the metal. How many kilograms of manganese can be obtained from 150 tons of the ore? Please note that 1 ton is equivalent to 1,000 kilograms. Yes, which of you? Prince Pat. Go.
3,000 kilograms.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, which of you, Jeremiah?
30,000 kilograms.
That's incorrect. Eunice?
3 kilograms.
Oh. The right answer is 300 kilograms. Ten seconds. Name the mechanistic steps associated with all free radical reactions. Yes, Prince Pat.
We have the initiation step, the propagation step, and the termination step.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds each. First one. The coelom is a fluid-filled cavity that forms the main body cavity of vertebrates and most invertebrate animals. Please state its exact location. Yes, which of you? Sylvia?
It is located in between the endoderm and the mesoderm.
Yes. Next one. Hey, no question yet. Which organelle is composed of a large and a small subunit? Yes, please raise your hand. Sylvia.
The Golgi bodies.
No. Who rang next? Nobody. The ribosome. Next one. Why is the offspring formed by asexual reproduction referred to as a clone? Yes, Eunice.
Because it has the same genetic composition as the parent from which it is formed. Since there's no mitosis, and it's only through mitosis that they are formed. And so there's a replication of the genetic material of the parent cell. Since there's no variation between the genetic composition of the offspring and the parent, they are referred to as clones.
That's not enough. There are two components to the answer. It's a clone because the offspring, yes, is genetically identical to the parent, but also it is morphologically identical to the parent. Last set of questions, 30 seconds each. First one. Find x if log to the base 3 of log to the base 2 of x is equal to 2. You may leave your answer as an exponential. Eunice?
2 exponents 9.
Yes. Next one. Simplify. The expression 4x squared minus 25 over the expression 5 minus 2x. Please raise your hand. Jeremiah.
The expression 2x plus 5 on the expression. That's all.
That's incorrect. Eunice.
Negative 2x minus 5.
Yes. Last one. Solve for x from the equation. 1 plus square root of x is equal to square root of the expression x plus 3. Which of you? Jeremiah?
X is equal to 1.
Yes. And that's the end of the speed race. At the end of the second round, APAM Senior High School has 17 points. TAMALE Senior High School has 20 points. ACHIMOTA School has 21 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes in which to compose an answer to the problem of the day. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Please put your pens down. Now let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. A particle of mass m moves along the x-axis under the action of a force which depends on the position of the particle as F is equal to negative kx cubed, where k is a positive constant. The velocity of the particle is v0 at x is equal to 0. Derive expressions for the 1, acceleration of the particle, 2, velocity of the particle, 3, positions of the particle at which its distance from the origin is greatest, 4, acceleration of the particle at its extreme positions, and 5, work done by the force in the displacement of the particle from x is equal to b to x is equal to c. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. stop writing and present your answers. Thank you. Ready. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the boards as you have them here. Tamale, please start with your school name. did. What is this? That one. Okay, then I. How many lines of this is there? This is what I don't like. So which of them was I supposed to take? Put both. Have you put both there? The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. This is a problem in physics. So a particle has a mass m and it's moving along the x-axis under the action of a force which depends on the position of the particle as, and this equation is given. F is equal to negative kx cubed, and k is a positive constant. The velocity of the particle is v naught at x is equal to 0, and the contestants were to derive all kinds of expressions. The first one is the expression for acceleration of the particle. This is the simplest one. So acceleration is simply the force over the mass. You know, F is equal to ma, so A is equal to force over mass. Very simple. Substitute. We know what F is, and so we have negative kx cubed, which is F, divided by the mass, which is given as m over m. So just simple substitution. 1 point for process, 1 point for final answer, 2 points total. The second is an expression for the velocity of the particle. Velocity and acceleration are related. So acceleration A is equal to dv dt, and this is equal to v multiplied by dv dx. All right, so we can simplify this in order to arrive at the velocity. All right, so if we integrate from v naught to v of v dv, we should get it to be equal to an integral from 0 to x of a dx. If we go through with the integration and simplify, we will obtain half the expression v squared minus v naught squared is equal to negative k over 4m x multiplied by x to the power 4. So in fact, the final answer is obtained from making v the subject of this relationship. So we have v is equal to v naught squared minus kx to the power 4 divided by 2m all raised to the power half or square root of it. All right, so this, once again, 2 points for the process, no, 1 point for the process, 1 point for the final answer, giving 2 points. The third is expressions for the position of the particle at which its distance from the origin is greatest. This one you simply have to know, really. So for real velocities, the position cannot exceed. So the maximum distance is going to be 2mv naught squared over k, all raised to the power 1/4. 2 points for this. The fourth one is the acceleration of the particle at its extreme positions. So this is the acceleration when x is equal to x maximum, which you already have from the previous section, from the 3. So the acceleration, am, maximum acceleration, is equal to negative k multiplying 2mv naught squared over k, or this expression to the power 3/4. Again, 2 points. The last bit, the fifth, is the work done by the force in the displacement of the particle from x is equal to b to x is equal to c. So the work done, the work of the force, is integral from b to c of f dx. We know f, we were given f. So we take an integral from b to c of the f, which is negative kx cubed dx. And then we actually go through the integration. If we actually go through the integration, we should come up with k multiplied by b to the power 4 minus c to the power 4 all over 4. And this process 1, final answer 1, giving a total of 2 points. So if we sum up all the points, we come to 10 points total. Now, contestants. APAM, you attempted 1, 2, and 3. You didn't attempt the rest. 1 was not difficult for you to do. You substituted correctly. You have the right answer. So that was 2 points. You have the 2 points. You didn't get the others right. And so your total is 2 out of 10. ACHIMOTA School, doing a whole lot of activities. Multiple 3s. You know I don't like such things. In fact, so I wasn't even looking. Not that it was right. It was wrong anyway. So the only thing you were able to do, in fact, was the first one. When it came to 5, you actually attempted 1, 2, 3, and 5. So 1 is right. When it came to 5, you have some extra F somewhere which is moving throughout the thing. That's incorrect. I'm not giving you any points for that. So you also have 2 out of 10. TAMALE Senior High School, you attempted 1, 2, and 5. And you had all 3 right. So you have 6 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. You may pick up your notepads. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If it's right, 2 full points. If it's incorrect, there's a penalty. Best wishes, everyone. I'm starting with you this time, ACHIMOTA School, but I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. When I get to your school, I will give you a statement about mammals. I'll give you a statement about mammals. What you are to do is to state whether, or let me know whether the statements that I give you are anatomically correct for the mammals. Please let me know. True if it's correct. False if it's incorrect. Are you okay? All right, so now ACHIMOTA School. Possession of 2 pairs of floating ribs. Yes, Sylvia?
It's true.
Yes. APAM. Possession of 3 pairs of collarbones. Godfred?
False.
Yes. Possession of a pair of salivary glands. Eunice?
It's false.
Yes. Dropwise addition of dilute NaOH solution to copper 2+ solution produces a pale blue precipitate which dissolves in excess NaOH solution to give a deep blue solution. Sylvia?
It's false.
Yes. Addition of dilute ammonia to calcium 2+ solution produces no observable change. Godfred?
True.
Go ahead. Yes, it's true. Bubbling CO2 into lime water initially makes the solution milky before becoming clear. Jonas?
It's true.
Yes. Physics is principally the study of the laws living organisms formulate about their physical environment. Sylvia?
It's false.
Yes. A physical theory evolves from observations of natural phenomena and discovery of patterns and principles that relate to them. Yes, Prince Pat?
True.
Yes. Physics concerns itself with the study of the nature and properties of matter and energy and their interactions. Eunice?
It's true.
Yes. The graph of an even function is symmetric about the y-axis. Sylvia?
It's true.
Yes. The graph of an odd function is symmetric about the x-axis. Yes, Godfred?
False.
Yes. the product of an even function and an odd function is even? Eunice?
It's false.
Yes. Next set, preamble to all schools. Preamble. Indicate whether the statements I give you about blood and lymph are true or false. Have you got it? Great. So, ACHIMOTA. Blood has only red blood cells, while lymph has both white blood cells and red blood cells. Yes, Sylvia?
It's false.
That's right. Blood has red blood cells, while lymph has neither red nor white blood cells. Yes, Godfred?
False.
Yes. Blood has red blood cells and white blood cells, while lymph has only white blood cells. Yes, Eunice?
It's true.
Yes. You are making me very happy. Let's continue like that. There is more aluminium than iron in the Earth's crust. Yes, Sylvia?
It's true.
Yes. There is more oxygen in the Earth's crust than in the oceans. Prince Pat?
True.
No. So in the oceans you have 87%, and then the Earth's crust you have 47%, so it's false. Tamale. There are 3 nitrogen fixation processes. Yes, Eunice?
It's true.
Yes. The frequency of a note emitted by a stationary source as heard by a stationary listener is lower than the frequency heard by a listener approaching the source. Sylvia?
It's true.
Yes. There is no difference between the frequency emitted by a sound source and the frequency perceived by a listener if the source and listener move toward each other at the same speed. Yes,
False.
Prince Pat?
False.
That's right. The frequency of a note emitted by a moving sound source is always lower than the frequency heard by a stationary observer. Eunice?
It's false.
Yes. Last set of statements with a short preamble. Preamble to all schools. A and B are sets. That's the preamble. All right. So if A intersection B is equal to A, then A is equal to B. Sylvia?
It's false.
That's right. With the same preamble, if A union B is equal to B, then A is equal to B. Yes, Godfred?
False.
You are right. Last statement. If complement of A is equal to B, then complement of B is equal to A. Eunice?
It's true.
Yes, it's true. Well done, well done, well done, well done. That's the end of the fourth round.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with gold synthetic oil and any...
At the end of the fourth round, APAM Senior High School has 32 points. ACHIMOTA School has 39 points. TAMALE Senior High School has 42 points. This is a close contest which will be decided in the fifth and final round, round 5. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. In order to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, APAM Senior High School? Thank you. Your ACHIMOTA School? Thank you. TAMALE? Thank you. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. There are 4 riddles in all. Best wishes, everyone. First one. I am an old experiment that is still performed today by students. I derive my importance from my demonstration of discreteness in nature. I am usually performed with an apparatus, which is a capacitor-like contraption. Charged oil droplets are introduced. Yes, which of you? Jeremiah?
Millikan's oil drop experiment.
Yes. So the rest of the clues, actually I was reading this one. Charged oil droplets are introduced between the capacitor plates. Manipulation of the droplets in the fields between the plates leads to the conclusion that charge is quantized in units of the fundamental charge. And yes, it's the Millikan oil drop experiment. They solved the riddle on the fourth clue, 3 points. Next one. I am an organic compound. I have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms in my molecule. I have 5 carbons, all in a straight chain. I possess 2 identical functional groups. These are functional groups that are characterized by strong hydrogen bonding. The 2 functional groups are as far apart as possible in my molecule. So who am I? Yes, Eunice.
1,5-pentanediol.
Yes. I read all the clues, 3 points. Next one. I am used to describe a person beginning and showing signs of promise in a particular domain. I'm also used to describe a person's body part becoming larger as part of normal growth. I am a type of asexual reproduction in which a new organism develops from an outgrowth. Yes, Jeremiah?
Baden.
You're right. The other clues. The new organism remains attached to the parent organism as it grows and separates from the parent organism only when it is mature, leaving behind scar tissue. And of course, the answer is Baden. They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. Last one. I am computed from statistical data. I am a measure of central tendency. You can say I'm an average. Yes, Jonas?
Mean.
No. Who rang next? Yes, go ahead.
Mean deviation.
No. Did they ring? Okay, I continue. Mind you, there is nothing mean about me. You are not likely to find me midway when data is arranged in an increasing order. I am the data value that occurs most frequently. Yes, Godfred?
Mode.
That's it. I read the last clue, 3 points, and that's the end of the 5th round.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
At the end of the 5th round, here are the scores. APAM Senior High School has 35 points. ACHIMOTA School has 45 points. TAMALE Senior High School has 45 points. APAM, you'll excuse us for a moment. ACHIMOTA School and TAMALE Senior High School, we need to decide on a winner. So we are going for a tie break. The tie break is a single question to both schools. The first school to ring and answer correctly wins the contest. Are we okay? All right. Express the repeating decimal. 0.575757. Yes, which of you? Quickly, Jeremiah.
It is 19 on 9.
You can't change your mind.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
I didn't finish reading. As a rational number in simplest form. Which of you, please, quickly? Lawal.
19 over 30. 19 over 30.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 19 over 33. So we try again. Excuse me. With the same rules, we are trying again. Name the bacterium, which is the most common indicator of water pollution. Yes, which of you? Quickly. Eunice.
Dinoflagellate.
No. Quick, yes, Jeremiah.
Vibrio cholera.
No. All right, so the full question was this, if you had waited. Name the bacterium which is the most common indicator of water pollution by fecal matter, and the right answer is Escherichia coli or E. coli. Again, we try again. What What is the phenotypic ratio of monohybrid? Yes, Eunice.
3:1.
Yes.
3:1.
The full question was, what is the phenotypic ratio of monohybrid cross in F2? And the right answer, of course, is 3:1. That's the end of the round, then the end of the contest. Am I announcing any final scores? I shouldn't bother. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. APAM Senior High School has 35 points. ACHIMOTA School has 45 points. TAMALE Senior High School has 48 points. APAM Senior High School, thank you for being here and for giving us such a good contest. You did so well. Best wishes to you. ACHIMOTA School, oh, what a heartbreaking experience. Thank you for being here. Well done. Unfortunately, we must say goodbye. Best wishes to you. TAMALE Senior High School. Congratulations on winning the contest. You sent it into a tie break. You need me to remind you that I don't like tie breaks? Prepare well, and I look forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals. Well done. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this really exciting contest. We are still at the 1A stage of competition. Next time, we'll bring you West Africa Senior High School, Konongo Odumase Senior High School, and Kejabi Asato Senior High School. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana. And SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a prime time production. Thanks again for being with us, and see you next time. Bye.
Cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Goyle, you're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goyle.
Ashene Pankasa. Goyle. Good.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.